we've mentioned in previous episodes that we are banking a bunch of episodes at the moment because you're going overseas, and my new series for Question Everything is on television. People can check that out on ABC TV or ABC iView. And the way the world has been in the last couple of years, that does very much set us up for us missing a major disaster. Like, chances are something like if we'd done this last week, we would have missed the Queen. Like, we would have just had an entire period where like there was no acknowledgement. The Queen would be, for all intents and purposes, if you only get your information from the TOFOP podcast, still alive. God save the Queen. Long live the Queen, you would think, as you listen to the TOFOP podcast. So occasionally we probably should just start like random episodes with, oh, how about that thing? How about fuck, awful. Man? Just awful. Just can you believe it? After everything we've been through. We thought it wouldn't happen again.
I mean, do we dare make any predictions about what could happen in the next 5 weeks that we're...
What could happen? So, let's make some predictions.
All right, how about a celebrity death? I'll make it easy.
Oh, good. Yeah, all right. Good.
Which celebrity do you think will be the next to die?
Yeah, very good.
And
very
can't be like a safe one. It can't be like, Betty White. Is she still alive or did she die?
I think she might have died. So that would be particularly safe. Lock in Betty White. I think she's gone.
All right, give me one celebrity that has died in the next.
Okay, so look, the truth of it is that, as we've learned from a whole bunch of celebrities dying in their early sort of 50s, you don't have to go to someone who's in their 80s or their 90s. Someone who's who would it be from the current world of entertainment that Kanye? I mean, it'd be Kanye West.
Yeah. That's a good one. I was going to say it has to be a shocking one.
Yeah, it has to be someone big enough that the entire world would be with the stakes that have been raised in the last couple of years, which constitutes a worldwide global celebrity death. It would have to be someone as big as Kanye, I reckon. And Kanye, I mean, the age that we're in, where it's all about conspiracies and mythology, and the hip hop world already has a lot of mythology around the death of rappers and the stories behind them and the conspiracies behind them. The idea that Kanye dies in some sort of mysterious circumstance where there's room for speculation feels very 2022 to me.
Yeah, but it'll also turn out that he recorded an album in anticipation of this event. He's recorded, it's his magnum opus. It's the last thing that he released was this, and every song will be about, I told you all I was going to die. I told you all this was going to happen. To be played at his funeral in a Donda style listening party. So it's a 3-day, he's recorded 3 days of funeral music for people to come and play there. There'll be $300 black t-shirts, Kanye black t-shirts on sale for people at the event. A friend of mine is now moving in circles, A-list circles. Okay. She's now deeply involved in A-list circles. Uh-huh. And I heard the other day that she attended the Ben Affleck J-Lo wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Which, would be right up there when it comes to kind of you'd think A-list kind of events.
Yeah.
It got me think, is it possible?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a universe in which, what were they called? Ben Lowe? No, what were they called? J Ben. What's their they were Batfleck. No, what were they?
Not Batfleck.
Ben Lowe, J Lo. This is why I should know this. Ben Affleck and J Lo becomes Benifer. Of course, it's right in front of me. The J Lo threw me. I'm like, how do you get to from Ben to J Lo? The Benifer. B-Lo. Is it possible they had a low key wedding? Do you think, is it possible when you're that famous, when, they're probably friends with not other just celebrities, but, I would say world leaders, I imagine Amal Clooney's probably invited some of her UN kind of bigwigs. So can you just say, hey guys, there's $500 in the bar. We're just, we're just doing a quick ceremony and then we're going to the pub. Can you do that? When that's the you'll hire the whole pub out yourself because obviously, but
Yeah,
you can't do a low-key
you can't
wedding
have
when
those UN committee members mingling with the general public.
yeah, the people who
The
literally
riffraff.
represent us. But you know what I mean? Like, can you be that famous and have
Yes.
a low-key?
Yeah,
a
but you have
low-key
to go
wedding?
totally low key. Like that's got to be the angle, right? Like, you know, the idea is like, look at this. They're the most glamorous couple in the world. They could have like a, you know, Saudi oil baron style wedding if they really wanted to. They've both got money to burn and they know every celebrity in the world. They could absolutely pimp this out. But instead, they've chosen, what, didn't they get married in Vegas?
I don't know.
I think they got married in Vegas first. Like they might have like done the whole drive-through wedding. So I think they did some version of that and then like had a party, maybe I would say is what they actually did. So yes, but go the whole hog, like old school, like, you know, disposable cameras on the table and stuff. Like, you know, just lean into the idea that this is, we're going to have a wedding like two ordinary people are having their wedding. We want our friends to take photos of the night and leave them in the old school media, not on their phones, none of this sort of stuff, like no social media. This is just like, you know, cameras on the table, UN table. What a party. Like, I mean, those guys absolutely go off at an event like that.
I would love it if they had their quickie wedding in Vegas, but they had a party like their reception. They just hired a scout hall. They just hired a scout hall somewhere.
Local hall.
And just
close tonight.
Red
Benefit
and
wedding.
Wine.
Exactly.
It would be amazing. It'd be so good. But if you were a guest, like
two choices, friend. Like I would love that if like Matt Damon's sitting next to Kofi Annan, and they're just like, all right, chicken or beef, one of you's got to have each. So you've got to work it out between the two of you. Kofi's like, let me take this negotiation. I'll have him in a minute.
Yeah, Hans Blitz is it like checking the kitchen, saying, "Are you sure there's no more? You're not hiding any beef in there somewhere? Beef of mass gustation."
Degustation. He's looking for morsels of mass degustation.
But if you were invited to that wedding, right? Like, just say, you'd be expecting. Like, oh, there's probably going to be like a tote bag, like I'll get like a gifts or something like that. And then you turn up and they're like, guys, you know, we just want to keep this low key. It's just beer, wine, spirits behind the bar. Like, have fun. Are you like, oh,
we'd really like to go on an overseas holiday for our honeymoon. So if you could all just like drop some cash in the bucket, that'd be appreciated.
But are you looking at that then going, oh, they're just like us. They're down to earth. I dig it. Yeah. Or are you like, fucking goddamn it. I wanted the whole kit. I wanted like glitz and glam and I want to do.
Nah, I think that's fun. And I think that's fun and funny if you're like, you are that sort of person. But do they do the traditional wedding in regard to like, is there speeches from the mum and dad? Is there like best man speeches? Like, you know, does it still have?
Does Matt Damon do the best man speech?
Right.
You think he has to, right?
I mean, if he doesn't, people start to talk, right? Yeah. If Affleck's just wheeling up some...
Good Will Hunting 2 coming out anytime soon.
But then again, like if you're Matt Damon and you're doing a speech at Ben Affleck's wedding, can it be like loose or does it have to be like good, right?
Yeah. No, it can be loose. I imagine though, if Ben Affleck, because Ben Affleck probably has other friends, he probably, you know,
Casey, just Casey, his brother, maybe he's
right. So,
right.
But I'd love Casey to be the best man and a disgruntled Matt to be sitting there getting progressively more drunk and finally storms onto stage.
Just because he's his brother.
You know, I might be Good Will Hunting, but Ben, you're a bad Will Cunting. Bad Ben Gunting. All right,
okay. As he actually makes the mistake the first time where he's bad Will Cunting and like Ben's like, you know, your Will, right? Your will. Like your Will. Have you watched the movie?
J-Lo's like, this is why I said beer, wine and spirits only.
Right.
To see the full video, join our Patreon.
Patreon.com/TOFOP.